We did it! Finally!
Yay! Okay.
All right. Yeah. What up, Jess? By the way,
Okay. Wow.
Balls messaged me with the account that you can go live with and with the headshot that you want to use. Or you already sent me your picture. But anyway, okay, Renee, what's up, girl?
Hey.
So thank you for being a good sport. I knew that we would get through eventually, right? Good things come to those that are persistent.
Yeah.
We've literally tried every possible option tonight. Probably doesn't help that I have a brother that likes to stream like 5 things at once, and another roommate that's like a gamer, and we're in Prunedale, and you're in Hawaii. But other than that, I think we're okay. And the whole world is on Instagram right now. And everybody's trying to do this. And I guess so. I went to Twitter when it wasn't working for like 2 hours, and I was like, what is going on? So I checked Twitter, and Twitter was like, it's down for everybody because they're doing all these like DJ battles and singing battles, and everyone was super worried about it. And they said, well, either it's because they don't know how to monetize it yet, or because it's basically become like a strip club. There's like hip hop artists that are just like, they'll bring on people and it gets crazy. So this is not one of those channels, unfortunately, but we're going to have a lot of fun anyways. And, you know, a lot of people, obviously we have a lot of mutual friends, so a lot of people kind of know you and everything. But for those that don't, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Renee. I'm from Salinas, California. I'm a singer-songwriter. I go by Estrella, which is my maiden name.
Nice.
Spanish. Yeah, grew up in Salinas, graduated from Salinas High. Moved to Hawaii in 2012. Did some volunteer work out here. I met my husband out here.
Nice.
And have permanently been here basically since 2015.
I can't believe it was 2012 when you went out there.
I know, I was 21.
I remember because you were playing volleyball at NPC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, crazy. So what about music-wise? How did you get started in music?
I've been doing music forever. So I think my first solo was in kindergarten. I like wasn't nervous at all. My parents, they definitely recognized that and just kind of started putting me in lots of musical things. So I've been church choir, theater, just lots and lots of choirs, show choirs, a cappella choirs, all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And so what did you get into after high school? Like, what was the path there?
After high school, I joined the choir, a cappella choir. It was me and one other person. We were like there. And then
so I'm sorry to interrupt you. No, come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Yeah. Cam is shaving his head at the moment. Because why not? Because we're in quarantine, and he's halfway there. So it's looking pretty ridiculous.
Let's see it, Cam.
He doesn't want to come on. But I put a little thing on my story, but
okay,
we'll show the finished product. He's scared. Anyway, you know what? Text Drea and all them to get back on because I'm sad. You had like a whole you had your whole entourage on, and now they're not here. Pause yourself if you have to. It's okay. Just I'll play some music in the background. In the meantime, everybody, how's everybody doing? Does anybody have any questions for Renee? If you do, just post them there. That little question mark, and we will.
How is this lighting?
Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, it's pretty dark, actually.
Okay. All right. Earlier was better lighting, but it is what it is. Just
That's okay.
Posse.
Did you tell the crew to get back on?
Yeah. Hey, babe. Evan says hi.
Evan, I do also.
Hi, Evan.
He says hi, Evan.
What up on air? Good. That video you guys did for that video you did for the song with your friend was really good. What is it called?
What video?
Where you're like a feature on the track, and then on there
Oh,
did the
yeah, yeah.
filming.
Yeah, my friend Ronson, he goes by Akira Music. He's the guy who is actually producing all my music.
No, that one was really good in the studio, but then there was also the other one.
Yeah. So my friend Scholar, you guys should check him out. He's a Kauai local boy. He has an amazing album that he put out last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then on air did the visuals on that one, right?
On air did the visuals. He just kind of like sent me a beat. I
What up,
really
AJ?
connect with his music. So he just sent me something random he was working on. I was like, yes.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Really good.
Thanks.
Awesome. So we have Natalie actually is curious about the song that's on Spotify. Do you even have the ability to do that? I know it's kind of a produced track. Do you have the ability to maybe play the instrumental and sing with that?
I don't think I have. It's on my phone.
Yeah, of course. No
Yeah.
worries. Well, we'll just do. You do have the ukulele with you, right?
I do. I could do an ukulele version. It's not quite the same.
Evan says he's about to get some visuals. I think it means because he's in the cabin. He's got a little light show going on at the cabin. And AJ said, let's jam soon for sure, bro. She's going to be back. Are you going to visit in California anytime soon? Hopefully when all this is over.
Yeah. No, at this point, I have no idea when
Yeah.
I'm planning to come to it.
Hopefully by summer we'll all jam, or we'll have to do like a Zoom jam or something.
Oh, I hope that we can all get together because that would just be great.
I don't know if Evan knows how this works, but please keep posting your questions. Yes, we're reading yours. And I try to say what's up to everybody as they come in. But okay, so what was the first instrument that you learned?
The drums.
You learned the drums first?
Yeah, my brother, when he was in high school, I was in junior high, he had a drum set. So during summer break, we would put our headphones on and listen to like our songs and try and like play, and he would teach me, and I loved playing the drums. But then I stopped.
Awesome. AJ, we're definitely going to jam for sure. He's a really good drummer with Pacific Roots.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to, I also got started on the drums as well. I think I was like 11 or 12 in church, and I was always tapping on things and kind of would annoy people. But I found that I could like play along with songs pretty well and clap along to things. And then all of a sudden somebody put a pair of drumsticks in my hand, and it was over from there.
Yeah, the drums are dope. I learned the guitar after that, and then the ukulele. I'm still learning. I'm like a forever student, but you know.
Awesome. And then, so I know you kind of grew up in church as well. So did I. No, love you too, Evan. You know, which one of the best things about a lot of artists that you see out there, especially in obviously like in R&B or even in reggae, kind of have that church background, because it's the only place really you get exposure to singing or to be able to play instruments. I remember it was always like, don't get on stage, don't touch the instruments. And I was always that kid just waiting for the chance. So now every chance, whether it's been at a festival or at church or whatever, I always try to be the one that can be like, what's up, Bree? The one that can always like let kids come up on stage and like show kids how to, you know what I mean? Because I always appreciated when people allowed me to play, and I was so just enamored with musicians or with singers.
Totally.
And yeah, for sure. So I think our first show together was, we were talking about it earlier, I think probably around 2007 time frame. 2006, 2007, 2008, somewhere in that window. I think I was playing with Erica. Shout out to Erica. I think you're playing with Dominic. So we did like a fundraiser, I think, for my mom's youth group or something in Fremont. And that was the first kind of show that we did together. So that was awesome. And
yeah, so funny. Like, look where we are now. Like, we just met. I was 17, and then years later we reconnected, and now we're besties.
Yeah, now we're about to go on tour. It's gonna be awesome. Well, I mean, we don't have an official date obviously for tour because everything has been changed as far as, you know, recording and getting a studio and then getting on tour. But I know that was the plan. Tell us about your EP.
Yeah, so I've been working for about a year now on music with my friend Ronson. He's helping produce everything. Gosh, he's like so talented. And basically, we just get together and kind of like are inspired by different sounds and share like the music that we like. And we just kind of honestly have fun and freestyle
Awesome.
over beats. And then we just like create stuff. So we've got about I'm planning to have five songs on my EP.
Nice. And you already have a couple that you've kind of recorded, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be mostly reggae influence, but
What's up,
definitely
Kels?
have some kind of different sound to it.
Oh, now it's a party. Kelsey's here.
Hey, Kelsey!
And Chad. What up, Chad?
Dad! Oh my God.
Now it's a real party. So tell us about some of the stuff you were doing in Sacramento music-wise. You were in that scene for a little while.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I was, to be honest. I feel like I was going down to Salinas a lot and
Yeah.
doing music there, and then I was doing open mics a lot in Sacramento. I found this super cool. It was called Soulful Saturdays, so it's definitely R&B, but it was like basically like live band
Yeah.
karaoke. You sent them your track that you wanted to do. They learned it. I did that quite a few times, and that was really, really fun and a really good learning experience being on stage, and also just watching like the other women who are like professionals.
Yeah, for sure. So remember, guys, if you guys have a direct question, you can put it in the question mark there. And, AJ asked a question. He said, did you guys play with Tanel? And we did. And remember how I don't know if you were in Hawaii when I called you or what, but I was kind of the original plan, and then something changed up. I think Tiffany wasn't able to make it, and then right away I called you. I was like, bro, figure it out. Get your ass over here.
That was so wild because I was in California at the time, but like my schedule was just like jam packed, and I literally like I flew into Cali. The next day I flew to Alabama, and then I was there for a week, and then I flew back to Sacramento.
That's
and then
right. That's right. That's right.
Salinas for like one day of practice, drove back to Sacramento, then drove back down for the show.
That's
and
right.
drove back the next day back to Sacramento. It was like freaking, it was great. It was great.
So Kel says that Drea is currently bleaching her baseboards, but that she'll be on shortly. Responsible homeowner. What up, Jordan? Jordan's here as well. And she said that we miss your open mics in Sacramento. I'm sure everybody there does too. And there's actually some cool spots that are opening up here in the 831 that I'm excited to play when you get here as well. I know we kind of had the residency at Zeph's going, but shout out to Zeph's, but they got some work to do as far as setting up their stage and all that kind of stuff. It was a little too crowded.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. This new spot called Bearded Bean, which is the old Rolex, actually has been doing really cool shows. So yeah, definitely got to check that out when we get back. So you talked about like, obviously with the R&B and the gospel and the reggae background, what are some artists that you're currently a big fan of, or you would say you're influenced by?
Everybody, honestly. Like, okay, well, first off, I can't stop listening to Dua Lipa. That's like my spirit pop star.
Yeah, you guys, shout out to Amazon women that are both freaking almost 6 foot tall and can sing.
Yeah. I think I'm influenced by, a lot of people. I've recently been like really dabbling in like super rootsy, like Jamaican reggae from like 2000s.
Okay.
And that's been really exciting. I wrote a song. It's like a lovers rock song. If you're familiar with lovers rock, it's like simple, very sweet. So
Drea's back. Drea's back.
What's up, Dre Day?
She's keeping the house clean and safe and disinfected. What about how has quarantine been in Hawaii? It's funny because we're fortunate, like it's almost, and obviously not complaining because there are people that are dealing with serious health and economic repercussions because of this, but on a lighter note, as Californians or as Hawaiians, it's so funny to realize like we're having great weather and we're stuck inside. It's like, oh my God. How are you guys dealing with that?
It's not easy, but luckily, you know, you're allowed to go outside if you're exercising, or walking. So, you know, we still sometimes go to the beach, go to like empty beaches. It's pretty like dead out here. So,
Yeah. They pretty much cut off all like flights into Hawaii, right?
yeah, I think there's a few still going here.
But
and
nobody's
there.
like going on vacation right now.
No, because it's a mandatory 14-day quarantine for anyone who to the islands.
Good.
Yeah, which is good. So it's hard waking up and it's like, oh, it's a beautiful day. What are we gonna do? We're like, oh, we gotta stay inside.
Yeah,
So
for sure. But it's probably given you some time to work on some projects. What kind of stuff have you been working on?
I wrote a song today on my ukulele just for fun. And my friend has been sending me like beats and asking me to like freestyle on them, and we just send voice memos back and forth and kind of work
Nice.
that way.
All right, so we kind of started it earlier, but we had to delete that because things were kind of glitchy. So let's hear that song you just wrote, and then let's ask everybody that's on right now what they think it should be called.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Is there any more of that Fortaleza left?
Yes. I didn't drink it all. Why do you want to do a shot with me?
I don't have any liquor, but I have a Chavela, so I'll grab that and you grab the tequila.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, bye.
All right. I'm just going to tell you guys, this is like my 6th shot of the evening. How we do.
What's that? So, can you
I
hear
got
me?
this
Okay.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. So, okay, couple things. This is just a couple friends hanging out. We're not the news. Full disclaimer: drinking alcohol can worsen your immune system and therefore make you more susceptible to getting sick. So don't overdrink. However, that's a disclaimer. It is Friday night. We're all stuck at home, and we're gonna drink together. So it's Friday night. If you have something to drink, join us. And the funny thing is, this is meant to be. Read the bottle. I know it's in reverse. Can you read it?
Estrella.
Yeah. Cheers.
What? Never even seen that before.
Yeah. So Estrella is a brand of beer from Mexico. It's pretty good. Cheers. All right.
Salud.
I never had this. It's pretty good. Spicy piña michelada with clamato. Estrella Jalisco. Not bad. Not bad.
Big clamato person.
You are or not?
No. I don't like tomatoes.
It's an acquired taste.
Bloody Marys? Nah.
No?
Nope.
So you're more of a mimosa person?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's hear the song. You wrote this literally today.
Yeah, I wrote this at like 2 o'clock because you were like, you're going to play some songs. And I was like, oh shit. And so I was like, I'm just going to write a song. So.
Kelsey says, well, you can read Kelsey's comment.
I cannot actually. The comments aren't loading.
You can't see him? Okay. She said, nay, how did you just take a straight tequila shot? What the fuck?
Don't you know who
And Kelsey is forgetting the Jack in the Box taco shots. Do you remember those, Kelsey? Not as good as tequila. Anyway, here we go. Song that you wrote today.
Okay, yeah. Song that I wrote today. This is how I'm feeling. This is from my heart, guys.
So you must have not been a drinker back in the day because all your friends are calling you out.
Well, they are lucky that I can't see their comments.
Drea said she has been. She doesn't need anything. It's wild. No weird face or anything. It's like you're finally able to drink.
Well, it's Fortaleza. This is like nice.
Smooth.
Like, this is the tequila you're supposed to sip. I'll just take a shot of it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, shout out to Monterey Tequila. You performed there 2 years ago.
And that's where I met this tequila.
Oh.
This is where I met and fell in love with this tequila.
It's pretty good.
Done deal.
Yeah.
And there's this local liquor store out here that sells it. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, Dre's, she's not talking shit. She's giving you credit. Like, it's
oh, thank you.
Part of it is experience, and part of it is better quality.
Yeah, quality.
Yeah,
Okay.
For sure. All right, here we go. This is the song she literally wrote this morning, guys. So here it is.
Here we go. I hope I don't mess up. got me trapped inside my mind. Don't want them to stay, but all I have right now is time. Time to pick apart the questions deep inside. Time to wonder if the wrongs could be made right. Time to push myself into a different view, a different tune. So wanna roll one up and just relax your mind. In time, the worries of yourself will be so far behind. Whoa, like the way the sun is shining through those blinds. Reminds me to be thankful just to be alive. Whoa, don't waste away all of your time. The fears of today have got me trapped inside my mind. Don't want them to stay, but all I have right now is time. Time for me and you to rewrite all our rules. Time to tell your heart to you I will be true. Time to push myself into a different view, a different tune. So wanna roll one up and just relax your mind. In time, the worries of yourself will be so far behind. Whoa, like the way the sun is shining through those blinds. Reminds me to be thankful just to be alive. Whoa, don't waste away all of your time. Don't waste away all of your time. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. If you guys like that song, put a thumbs up, and what you guys think maybe she should call it. She literally wrote that today for this live interview. That's pretty ridiculous.
Guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Cool.
Man,
Yeah.
so so I don't know if you heard, I think I told you earlier, Bill Withers actually passed away, unfortunately, today. And he's a freaking legend. Wrote so many songs, a couple that we like to do together, right? So like Lovely Day, Ain't No Sunshine. Oh my goodness. Cam's done. Can you show us the finished product at least? Looks like Lex Luthor. Like, what is going on? No.
You shaved your head, Cam?
He shaved his head and face. You should have done it before and after. He doesn't use social media as much as I do. Man, one of us has to, I guess, right? So, what's your process for writing a song? Like, I can come up with the song musically, like, easily. Like, I just have little melodies or beats, like, no problem. Like, I can do 10, like, but with lyrics, it's just always been kind of a struggle. How do you write a whole song from start to finish like that?
It takes a lot of like starting over, like re-singing lines. It's easy for me to find melodies. I feel like melodies really come to me easily. It's hard for me to write chords or like find chords to match my melodies. So a lot of times I'll just like pick some easy chords that are pretty simple that I know that we could like add on to in the studio, and then I don't know, I just go from there. I just like write what I feel, and and then it just kind of comes out.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
So we should also do, what's your song that we do that's like, it's like CF, and remember we do it with Cam too. It's like the it's one of your older songs. It's just like 2 chords. Yeah,
What's Worse. That's the one that single that I recorded, but we added some chords onto it in the studio.
Oh yeah, you slowed it down in the it's What's Worse. Yeah. But you do it totally differently on the single.
Yeah, it's totally different from how I wrote it.
Can you play it on the ukulele?
Yeah.
Can you play it for us now?
Okay.
Okay. Or it's just us.
Um,
They're not here to see me. They're here to see you.
okay.
That's the fourth shot of tequila, by the way, for everybody. We tried this earlier, so there's been some shots in the meantime.
I've already had like 6 shots today. My makeup, it's whatever.
They don't count. They don't count. They don't count during quarantine.
I agree with
Quarantine shots and carbs don't count. Just so everybody knows. Just so everybody knows.
quarantine 15 is what they call
Quarantineta? Quinceañera? I don't know. There's some kind of branding we can come up with that.
Okay. Yeah, this is what's worse. Okay. God, I haven't played it in a while. Wake up and
There it is.
I got to pray, I won't forget how to suck up to the man. I got no plan, but I know I wasn't made to pass the time, and now I'm not where I want. Lost, waiting for my time. The only thing that I've got are words. These words, yeah. I've been money all my life, thinking I can't have what I want without the dots. Push my voice aside at 10 till it's not, but where's my sunshine? Hey, all I have are words, and what's words can be. My melody is only a part of me. All I have are words, and what's words can be. My melody is only a part of me. One-way ticket got me flying high so I can be free from me. Hold my hand and I knew then I got no one else to be but me. To be free, to be free. I've been wanting all my life, thinking I can't have what I want without the dance. Push my voice aside to 10 till it's not, but where's my sunshine? Hey, all I have are words, and what's words can be. My melody is only a part of me. All I have are words, and what's words can be. My melody is only a part of me. But now I'm free. I'm so free.
Awesome. Good job.
Spot there, okay?
This whole thing is just you being on the spot. Get used to it. Great job. I forgot that was the actual one because it's so different from how we originally did it.
It's super different. Yeah, if you listen to my single that I released and this song, yeah, we changed it quite a bit.
I love it. People enjoy it as well. So how that process from being, having some experience singing in church and having some, singing in plays or having fun, when did you make the transition from like just doing it for fun versus like, I want to get serious about this and actually become an artist?
Yeah, I think it was when it was like going on 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I did the whole college thing, and I've always been singing, but I never like really wanted to be in the limelight, didn't really care for it. And then, you get into the real world and you're doing your careers and what you went to school for. And I realized that I hated it. And why am I not doing what I'm good at and what I love? And so.
By the way, I think you just wrote another song. What you just said, it sounds like a good song. I think it's Room for Squares by John Mayer,
Right.
but you can.
Yeah, when I moved back to California, I moved to Sacramento it's 2020 now, so I moved in 2018, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna sing. Like, I don't like my career choice, and so when I moved back to California, I spent a grip on voice lessons and started doing open mics.
Yeah,
and
shout out to the SAC crew.
Yep, reconnected with you guys and started writing and was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Like I love it. I love doing it. It makes me happy, and I haven't stopped since.
That's awesome.
Come shine. I am just writing and singing my little heart out.
Well, I remember because, I've worked in music for, 10, 15, almost 20 years. And I remember we always knew that you had the talent. And I was like, look, if you're going to do this, you got to really do this, and we can help you. And ever since then, I think you got serious, and you got serious about your writing and about your branding. And I think, what was it, last summer or was it 2 years ago already?
Yeah.
It was almost 2 years ago that we started doing. Remember, we did the big event in Salinas at the mall, and and then we Taco Festival. We did Tequila Expo. So we just wherever there's food or tequila, we'll pretty much perform. It's kind of our prerequisite.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Hispanic too. Shout out to Zeph's for every month.
Yeah.
And like
we did one of our first shows. Yeah, one of the first shows that we did. I don't know if that was. It definitely was one of your first. Opening up for Melissa Polinar.
Yes.
At Planet, which, shout out to Melissa, she was great. And how about Drea De La Cruz, like on American Idol, killing it, right? So it's been cool to see the people that we've worked with over the years and step up and do big things, and it's pretty awesome, and you're the next one. I really believe that. So I think, your family and friends love you. I think you have the support. You have the band now, and now it's just about finishing, putting in the work. We even have some producers here and a band in California, and it sounds like you have producers in Hawaii. So, it's a good problem to have.
So thankful. Like before, I guess I just wasn't ready. I wasn't at a point in my life where I was ready to pursue it, and now I just feel like I've really matured into myself and who I'm supposed to be. So I'm super excited.
Awesome. Well, I'm proud of you, and I'm excited to see it. And for me too, is like I was very busy and very happy and successful being just behind the scenes, working in festivals and working in venues and touring. Have just an amazing career. I would not trade it. But I got to the point where I realized, you know what? Like I've kind of had reached a certain level with that where I'm like, okay, like I've done it now and I'm experienced and I'm grateful for these experiences. But I always also wanted to do my own thing. But by doing my own thing, I didn't necessarily mean that I had to be the star or I had to be the singer or whatever. I just wanted to work on some passion projects and collaborate with the right people. And so it's been cool what we've been able to develop. And we've done some things, but people haven't even really seen what we're about to do. So I'm excited to really just like kind of shock the world a little bit when we finally can join forces for real. So, because, believe it or not, it does take money to, it takes resources to have the proper equipment, to have the studio time, to set up tours, especially when you're a new artist. You kind of got to pay to play, so to speak. And, like one of our friends, Hyrie, right, is an awesome artist. And when they first got started, they had a dedicated band, and they said yes to every gig. And they weren't worried about, they just said yes to everything. And all of a sudden you look up 3, 4, 5 years later and they're at where they're at, and I know that you have that level of talent, and so it's just about having the right team, and it's cool because it's coming together, so that's why I've been telling you, just keep writing. We'll handle the details. Drea says, hell yeah, can't wait to watch you guys shine. Thank you, Drea. It's really mostly Renee. Me and Cam will be behind the scenes, and we have a couple other really cool musicians and producers that are getting involved, and so it really does take it takes a village to. Anytime you see an artist, there's going to be their parents are behind them. Their producers, their managers. I mean, there's a lot that goes into what you see on an album or what you see on stage. So talk about some of your just support system and how you've gotten to where you are now.
I don't know what I would do without my tribe. Like they really build me up, and I've been so blessed to have a job out here. I work with a bunch of women who we love each other, and we're always building each other up and supporting each other. And same with my girls that I've, my little unit that I have. we were all in Sacramento together,
Yeah.
which was so fun. And I have
Yeah.
you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like everyone behind me believes in me and supports me, and that's what helps me move forward, you know?
Yeah.
Because of course we always get in our minds and like talk down to ourselves, but definitely just can't live in that mind.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Well,
there's no
it's
room-
hard. Yeah, and Lucia said that whenever we're in Vegas, we have a place to stay. I appreciate that. One of my goals and dreams is to have a home and a property. I don't really care where, but it's more that, like, you ever seen the Live from Daryl's house? You know, the Daryl Hall from Hall & Oates? He has like jam sessions in his barn. Well, basically, and hold me to this because we're going to do it. Basically, I'm going to have a house with some property, and I want to be the place where when the bands are coming on tour, they stay with us. And, you know, because one thing about tour that most people don't realize, unless you're really like at an elite level where you're like headlining theaters or arenas, there's not really a lot of money in touring or being an artist, right? Streaming doesn't really pay that much. Merch doesn't really pay that much. I mean, touring only at a certain level. So you really got to be on your grind, and you're really doing it for the love. And I think that's the beauty of where things are now because of social media. When I started in music, social media was just coming out. Facebook was still only for college kids. There was like MySpace, and people were just starting to put out videos on YouTube. There was no Instagram. And but what it did was it really democratized the music industry. So before, the only way to make it big or to even have a career at all was to either be in a cover band or to try to get signed by a record label, right? Mm-hmm. And now you can produce your own music. You don't have to go into an expensive studio. All you need is a freaking iPhone. And you can, you know, if you develop a following, you know, you can set up a tour. So it's pretty cool to see where it's at now. And I'm excited to apply some of that experience and knowledge to the business side of things. And in a way, I'm glad that we waited until now because, I don't know, I'm just kind of a, you know, I know you are with your songs. You want to present them a certain way. And any artist is always sensitive about their creative stuff, right? They don't want it to, you know, and that's part of the process, right? And so and in a way, I'm that way as well. So it's like, let's not do it until it's really at that right level. Yeah. And it causes you to kind of put in the work, right? To be professional, to make sure it's polished. And I feel like things are just about there and ready. So I'm excited, excited for where it's going to go.
But at the same time, I feel like if you have like stuff that you're writing, even if it's not going to make it onto an album, like I really believe that you should put it out. You know, like I just don't think that you should hold yourself back and be like, oh, this isn't perfect. Like no one's going to
really.
Like it.
Oh, look who's talking now. Oh.
I have grown into myself, Jordan.
Good.
I just,
yeah.
I don't, and I see people doing that too. Like I see people who are like, they have stuff and I'm like, wow, this is so good. And they're like, nah, it's not that good. Like, I don't want to put it out. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole part of growing. People can grow with, you know, like this EP that I have is not the best of me. It's not the best. Like, the best of me is yet to come, you know?
Right. And you're right. And you got to start somewhere. Right. And I think it's just repetition. Even for me, like this IG Live thing, like I've wanted to do a podcast or a vlog for 10 years. And I just never got around to doing it because for various reasons, right? Insecurities or didn't think I could do it or didn't think I had the right gear or didn't think anybody would watch it or anybody would want to be on it. And just since quarantine, I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to start IG Lives. And just the last couple of weeks, it's been ridiculous. Like the response has been awesome. The people that are agreeing to go live with me is like ridiculous. Like, so it's very cool. And just for the record, everybody that goes live, I'm asking that we can do a proper vlog and podcast when we can get back together in person. Are you down?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Cool. And this is something that I hope that you'll take more of a process, like you just said, just put it out there, is definitely document more of what you're doing. Show people the journey. Even if it's just for yourself, you're going to be grateful that you document it.
Yeah, yes.
And then, like you said, it gives people behind the scenes of seeing your process, and they feel more a part of it, you know? Like even now, a lot of music artists, obviously a lot of gigs and shows are canceled. So a lot of people are doing home concerts, whether it's DJs or songwriters, and, you know, people can donate and it's pretty awesome to see people support each other. But, you know, my heart does go out to a lot of people that are affected by what's happening. Like what is some of the things that you've seen just in Hawaii? obviously the restrictions as far as quarantine, but friends and coworkers or other music or hospitality folks.
Yeah, it's hard. Everyone's out of a job, you know? No one really knows what's going to happen tomorrow, and we're all just that's one thing I love about people in general, but especially here in Hawaii, everyone's really like family oriented and positive and just,
Yeah.
thankful for what they have. I think that's just the way to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always grateful. What's that?
You cooking something in your microwave?
Oh, I made veggies and rice in the rice cooker. I was like, oh, the live's not working. I'm just gonna make dinner, and it's already late over here. But then I got back on, and I saw that other people were doing the 2-in-1, and I was like, okay, one more try. This is our last.
I mean, this
our
is our
last chance.
effort. Like we tried 10 times at least.
And then we did a full interview on FaceTime that didn't record. And then, the good news is this is trial and error. It's like songwriting. We also tried Zoom live on Facebook, which did kind of work, but it's just going to take practice. But I think everybody's adjusting to, the new reality. Hopefully it's not too much longer. Cam says hello. Cam, Kelsey would love, everyone wants to see your new haircut. So the only way you can do that is come out and be on my screen.
Get out here.
I think it's a consensus, Cam, that you need to come out and show off your barber skills to the world.
Did he do it himself?
Yeah, I'm going to finish up for him. But, I tell you what, on a much more superficial level, everyone is very appreciative of their hair, nail, eyebrow, eyelash person.
Yeah.
Wax person.
So true. Like my nails, man.
Well, let me just tell you this. If you're going to continue to be a musician, just give up on having nails. Because nails for a guitar player,
I know.
That's not going to happen.
Play the guitar.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah. For sure. How are your piano skills coming along?
No, there's none. There's none. There's no piano skills.
All right. Well, when this is over, try to just go on Craigslist or whatever and get like a little keyboard that you can play along with. Because for me, when I started incorporating piano, and again, none of us have had lessons, a little bit of vocal lessons, but really not trained like seriously, right? Just more here and there.
Well, I choirs my whole life, so I feel like that was like training.
True. But as a musician, though, you're self-taught pretty much, right?
Yeah, no, I have no music theory background, which is something I want to do. Like I
for sure.
Theory class. I want to know more about that.
When I was in school in Canada, I was playing in the band on Sundays, and this was a church of like a couple thousand people, and I don't know how I made it on the band because it was like a serious band that you had to like audition for, and everybody had to like read music because it would be like they would have the charts, right? And then the choir knew their parts, the musicians knew their parts, and I luckily was able with what I lack in training, I make up for in just ear and feel.
Yeah.
I would literally have to wing it, and it was so stressful because they'd be like, "All right, page 4, bar 6, or whatever," they're really like, "What?" And it just kind of like, and I just kind of learned the cues and just figured it out, but. I definitely agree that it's time for all of us to kind of take it up a notch. I personally want to really get better at production and learn how to because I know I could create, I just don't know how to use the software like I should, right? So that it's just going to take time to do that. Oh, Crystal Murphy's in the house.
Crystal helped me write a song in Espanol.
Nice. So not only did you perform at the Monterey Tequila Expo, but we actually did a surprise performance for Crystal's birthday. Mm-hmm. Right before you left, and I appreciate you for doing that because you were literally like about to catch a plane to Hawaii, and I was like, please, I told her or I told her husband that we would we'd surprise her, and it worked out. So talk about playing for the Tequila Expo and playing for Crystal's birthday.
Right, yeah, because I played for my dad's 60th birthday too. I sang that Linda Ronstadt song. And then the next day, was it the next day? I was pretty. It
was the next day, and you know what? You know what's crazy? It's Crystal's birthday on Tuesday. So I don't know. We might have to sing that song that you can find a YouTube track for, but it's on your phone. Do you have a computer?
Yeah, of course I have a computer.
Well, maybe find an instrumental and you could do that Linda Ronstadt track.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Wait. Okay.
Show that versatility.
I love that song, for real.
It
It's
is
so
really
good.
good. I got to say that moment where you sang to your dad on his birthday was like, that was like out of a movie. It was a pretty amazing moment. Like, you know, everyone, it wasn't a dry eye in the place. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where's
That was
Megan?
nice.
We have the whole crew. I haven't seen Megan yet, though.
Megan is not on Instagram right now.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay, well, she's here in spirit.
Por un amor.
Try to get an instrumental.
Instrumental. Do people really want to hear this right now?
Absolutely, they do. Crystal, do you want to hear this song? I see a yes with a couple exclamation points, so I'm going to say...
I don't see anybody's comment, so...
Drea said Meg and Jackie don't have Insta right now, so they're on a
Yeah.
Instagram fast during quarantine, which I'm sure there's a reason behind that.
Yeah, because all we do is like look on our phones, you know? It's kind of
Yeah.
stressful.
True, it makes sense. You have to turn it off if you're gonna come over here. All right, I think Cam's finally ready to show.
Yay!
Cam's ready. Are we ready? Okay, here we go.
For Kelsey the cat lady right here.
This is show him the head.
Oh my god!
And the
Cam!
face too. All smooth.
How's it feel?
They say how does it feel?
I feel actually feels great.
It feels great. I was gonna do it too. I mean, we're definitely not twins. I'm 4.5 years older, but we look enough alike that if we don't stagger our haircuts, it gets ridiculous. Like when we get a haircut, we look exactly the same. So we always have to like, all right, it's my turn now. It's your turn. And Crystal said Micah's next. Everybody's saving their beards and their heads. I think I'm just gonna let mine grow and see what I can develop, and go from there.
Yeah, Ayo Cam, make sure you put SPF on your head.
All right. Did you find the track?
Okay, let me see.
So I think everybody who's on this live right now, this is more of like supposed to be an interview, but it sounds like we need to maybe have a Zoom happy hour with like the SAT crew and the Salinas crew. What do you think? All right, let's do that. So,
Okay.
Crystal, I think a birthday Taco Tuesday is in order. Anyway, okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Wait. Can you hear that?
Renee's showing her versatility singing in Spanish. Here we go.
You can hear that okay, though?
While I sip Estrella de
Is there a
Jalisco.
way for me to play on this side and then her sing?
It's a little delayed.
Or is like can 3 people be in the line?
Not on this one, though.
Me desvelo vivo apasionada, tengo un amor que en mi vida mejor para siempre amargo dolor. Pobre de ti. Esta vida mejor que se acabe no es para mí. Pobre de mí. Pobre de mí. Cuánto sufre mi pecho que late tan solo por ti. Por un amor he llorado gotitas de sangre del corazón. Me has dejado con la herida sin compasión. Pobre de mí. Esta vida mejor que se acabe no es para mí. Pobre de mí. Pobre de mí. Cuánto sufro mi pecho que late tan solo por ti.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Good. Good job. Good job. So every once in a while, I have to flex and remind people that we're actually Mexican.
I know my auntie, she's always like, you should just sing in Spanish. It's okay. There's Spanish speakers who are blonde with green eyes. It's okay.
You don't say. Yeah, or Linda Ronstadt, who doesn't really speak Spanish, but is like the most famous Spanish speaker ever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you ever written a song in Spanish?
I've not written a full song in Spanish. I have written a song with like a few Spanish lines in it. I do want to write like Spanish music. I'm just, not.
Takes time.
Yeah.
What was that song? I first heard it in a movie, and then I tracked it down, and I'm pretty sure I shared it with you. But Carla, remember that one? It's like old school kind of guitar. I'll figure it out and let you know. But what Cam says, can you get a request in?
What's that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh.
All right. So if anybody has a request or a question for Miss Renee, please put it there. See the question mark at the bottom of the screen? Post your question or request there. That way everybody can see them.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm drinking.
So, Jordan, you'll just have to tell me.
Okay. That's weird. You should be able to see them, but we're grateful that Instagram is half-ass working. Better than not working at all. Everyone was like, bro, I'm getting so many notifications that you're going live. And I'm like, what? Like, oh, it's because of that. It's a yes or no question. Yes, that you can to get a request in, but you have to press the question mark and actually type in the request. Man. So,
right now?
it says 7, but I know it's more than that. So it fluctuates. When all is said and done, it's probably gonna be like 30 or 40. But so tell me about, where was I? I want to say maybe it was during Emerald Cup or when you went to the Revolution show in Hawaii. How was that?
Oh, amazing. Me and McKenna went. Thanks for that introduction because she's dope. She's a dope ass girl. We have gone to a few concerts together now. And
Awesome.
We went to the Green concert also.
That's right. And then you surprised us all at the Green in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
I mean, it was great both times. Like, it never gets old,
I love the Green. Yeah, I know.
He sings to my soul. All of them do. It's crazy.
There's certain bands. The Green is one of them. Obviously, Revolution is one of them. And I remember someone asked me, like, do you ever get tired of it? How many shows have you been to? I'm like, nope. Don't get tired of it. Like, been to hundreds. Don't get tired of it. It was when we were on tour. They used to yell at me because they're like, dude, you need to be, because I was driving the tour bus for Sick Figure back in the day. And they're like, hey, you need to be sleeping during the show. So when the show's over, you can be driving through the middle of the night while everyone else is sleeping. I was like, cool, no problem. Well, all my favorite bands are performing every night. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I was sacrificing sleep to watch the show every night. Even though it was the same show, it was just exciting. you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I hope everybody gets the chance at one point or another to be on tour. It's not as glamorous as it seems in the movies for most people. It's a lot of Walmart parking lots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of a bathroom showering in the sink and doing what you got to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. obviously, we're a little older now, so we could probably be a little more creative and have some more resources. And the lady will always have her own setup. But if it's a bunch of dudes, it gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we actually have 2 questions. AJ said, "How is the jet lag?" Do you see the question?
No, I don't. I don't think.
Okay, AJ says, "How was the jet lag?" He must be talking about going back and forth. It's from Hawaii to California.
I don't really get jet lag going back and forth.
Awesome.
Yeah, no. I think going to Cali from Hawaii is,
Being Lauren Hill,
a little bit less sleep, but nah, it's not bad. It's just a couple
For sure.
hours.
So Cam has a request. He spelt it wrong. What was it?
Anything Lauren Hill.
Anything. Oh, he says anything by Lauren Hill. So
Well,
I don't know. Can you play anything on the ukulele, or do you have a
No.
track there maybe?
No. I cannot play anything. I can sing it. Cam, you want to play?
What about? I don't know. Let's see if there's a delay. Cam, what you want to try to bring the guitar over here?
Try it.
I don't know if this will work. We'll see. We'll try
Okay.
to play on this side. Bring the cajon too. We'll try to play on this side,
But
and we're gonna try. Might as well.
I'm live. Amazing.
What up, Billy? So obviously, a lot of the people that are watching right now are good friends and family. For those that don't know you yet, give us your story, kind of in a nutshell, to introduce yourself to the new fans,
Okay.
the people that are going to be fans after this call.
My name's Renee, and I grew up in Salinas, California. I graduated from about 5 years, and just recently started going after games of music. I played volleyball in college and high school, sang my whole life, loved to party, loved tequila, loved to have a good time.
Love the Lord, also love to party. Well, heaven's supposed to be a party anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be tequila there. I don't think we'll need that.
I'm sure there's going to be rivers of tequila. Like, let's be honest. In my version of heaven, the streets are gold and the rivers are tequila.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Estrella. It just says Estrella too.
All
All right, so we're going to try to do this. I'm going to take my headphones off.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I don't know if the timing will work out, but here's Cam.
Can you hear?
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear the conga too?
Yeah, I can hear it all.
Okay. All right.
This-
I was a little worried about the delay, but we're going to try.
Okay.
Blessed with abundant gifts. Yes, we are.
What do you want to play today?
I don't know. It's a request, Senor.
I mean, we only know like 1 or 2 Lauren Hill songs, so just something easy. So
Do Valerie or something like that.
you okay
Oh
with
my
that?
Or Lauren Hill or
I'm pretty sure she's tired of that.
Okay. That's like your stairway to heaven. Play Valerie. Oh, it's like stairway to heaven. I'm over it.
All right, what do you want?
I love that song, though. I like Valerie.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Sometimes I go out and look across.
Said the comment.
I already have that in your room.
All right.
Is it just that our live was...
You know what it is we were on there for an hour, which reminds I'm gonna have to charge my phone. All right, give me a second. Oh wait.
An hour.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, Crystal, I got us, and Crystal broke the
1 hour limit.
record the other day. Okay, all right. We'll go for a little bit longer now that I wasn't sure that it would work to be able to do this, but for the record, everyone,
So hot.
this is my brother Cameron. We are in Prudale, California, and Renee is in Honolulu, Hawaii. And we're gonna try. Hopefully, there's not a delay. We're gonna try to perform together.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're going. So much. Sometimes I go out myself and I look across the wall.
There'll be a delay. It's all right. Keep playing. Did you forget the words to Valerie? Really? Is that on delay?
Sorry, you guys
Okay.
are like,
I had a feeling that might be a challenge.
no, I didn't.
Did you?
It's like cutting in. It's like cutting in.
Yeah, I knew the timing would be tough. No worries. All right. Well,
We tried.
What's the chords on What's Worse again?
sure you did it.
C. Oh, E minor.
She did What's Worse already. Okay, so let's see. What were we talking about before we got cut off? Drea, say what up. Show everybody the bald head. So he had a full-on beard and bushwhack hair
I
earlier.
literally I had like 4 inches of hair and like a serious beard just now and just shaved it all out.
If anybody needs a weave, it's in the sink.
Yes.
Jesus.
Ew, I hope you clean that out.
So, okay, we'll probably have to keep the music to one side just because of the delay. The timing is off, but so tell us about your EP. What songs are already on it, and what other ones you think are going to be on it?
Well, I have What's Worse is gonna make it on there. I also have my other song Healing Cam is, which I'll put on there. Wait, it is like my Lovers Rock rootsy song. And then I'm also working on like a trap reggae song.
A trap reggae. How does that even go?
I'm fucking with that. What's up?
Do you have a sample?
Yeah, you need heavy on the bass. I don't know. I posted it to my Instagram, like 5-10 seconds of it.
Okay. I also think it's time for maybe another shot. I don't know. What do you think?
We're taking shots?
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, look at that.
How about let's
We have to,
Like the
do a
the
blood?
bottle is
Can we
just
share blood online?
this is a PG-13 show.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know, it's funny. It's been awesome because I have friends from all walks of life, right? Like I'm gonna interview, coaches and community leaders and pastors, and then also I had Uncle Tim on, and we started talking about mushrooms and aliens, and Danny Keith was talking about moving weight back in the '90s. It's like, wow, this is a really
Shout out Danny.
all encompassing. My boy Billy was watching it earlier. He's a paramedic, and he basically cussed everybody out and told everybody to stay home. So it's been quite a journey in the last 2 weeks of Instagram Lives. I'm grateful that you could join us.
Totally. I mean, the song out today, like the lyrics are, "Why not roll one up? Just relax your mind."
Yeah, for sure.
What else can we do now?
I really do like that new one. I like it. Oh, all right, there it is.
Like it?
Well,
Okay, well maybe that one will go on the EP too. I don't know.
hey, remember when you asked me if I could play what a job this is?
Yeah.
Were you working on something with that beat?
I was just wanting to like do a partial cover of it and like do a
It's like
mashup.
freestyle kind of thing.
All right, cheers, and then we'll try to do that song. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Pulling up another switch, listening to the beat again. And what we concentrate on, another switch again. Slowly one hot shit. Oh, another job. Another all night to get it done. So better get home with the morning sun. Maybe mother thinking that you're on other shit. Oh, what a job. That's it.
Nice.
But yeah, mashup. I want a mashup of that song.
What up, bud? Our sister Dayton is
So hold the line.
What a job it is.
So what, you know, obviously the quarantine has been, quarantine has been, you know, obviously there's serious health risks, there's serious economic, you know, implications of all this, but what are some fun things or some good things that you've gotten out of this, you know, more time to reflect and more time to get organized or, you know?
Want to vote from the crowd, sir?
What's that?
I color coordinated my closet.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many times?
Can we get a tour or?
Deep cleaning. I deep cleaned. Yes, I will give a tour. I deep cleaned my fridge. You know, just lots of cleaning things because I work a lot, and I don't work a lot anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if it's still they're coordinated.
Oh wow!
All right.
Okay.
So we start
from warm to cold.
This is what I do. This is my method. Yeah, we start with sleeveless to short sleeve to long sleeve in the color.
That's awesome.
That's how we do it, and everyth's facing out this way. So when I look through my clothes, you know, I see the front of my clothes.
I don't know about anybody else on this call, but if all the hangers aren't in the same direction, it drives me nuts. Or if they're not all the same.
Yeah.
They don't have to be the same color, but at least they're the same type. You know, some people have like a wooden hanger, a plastic hanger, one of those weird ones that's like for suspenders. Drives me nuts.
For suspenders.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to.
Yeah.
So I've been color coordinating. It's new. I did. You know, got all my shoes color coordinated. There's my wardrobe.
Kelsey said felt bangers forever. She meant hangers, but bangers also works. Kelsey, have you been taking some taco shots
Girl,
or what?
you know.
You've been taking some taco shots without me.
Taco shots.
Kelsey's a beast, for sure.
Shout out Berta Canyon.
What up, Cosmo? Moses is
Berta
on the
Canyon.
Yeah, we're literally right here down the street from her,
Not down
her
the
parents'
street,
house.
Like,
Yeah, not even down the street. I am grateful for that, for being, you know, shelter in place
That's not terrible.
in Prunedale, because you can like go on a walk and not run into anyone. Like you might, you know, it's like 6 feet and you're like yelling at a deer, "Hey bro, give me my space," you know, and it's not like New York or LA where there's hella people. I'm very grateful to be that we're here, not like in a big city. Honolulu's kind of a big city though.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of people around here.
So is it like the military or the police? Are they like keeping everybody in their house, or has it got to that level yet?
Yes, yeah, no, the police are going out and ticketing people for being outside. But if you're exercising, you know, or you're in the ocean, it's okay. But as long as you're not loitering and yeah.
No Jay and Silent Bob.
That reminds me of the time. That reminds me of the time that when I visited you guys in Hawaii, and we went to Breakneck Beach, and I was like, Breakneck Beach, why do they call it that? And I remember, I was like, hey bro, make sure like when you're in the water, you want to like bend your knees and like lean sideways. And I'm like, bro, I'm from California. I know how to body surf. What are you talking? Bam! Like, oh, like, that's what they call it, Breakneck Beach.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some pretty serious surfers out there, you know, around you guys. And it's funny because with the first time I talked to him on the phone a few times and like maybe a FaceTime and heard so much about each other, but we had never physically met in person. And on the way back from Thailand, I stopped to visit you guys. This guy picked me up at the airport, and it was awesome because he's like, hey, you down to just roll with us? I'm like, sure. And it was literally a freaking Common King song. You know that Wade in Your Water song by the Common Kings?
Yeah.
As we're driving, literally like, Waimea, North Shore. I was like, oh, this is where they're talking about.
I too have had that moment as well, driving up there, and that song came on. I'm like, whoa, this is a soundtrack to my summer, right?
Get out of my head.
Literally, like, the first day I moved to Hawaii, that was like, we were all in a van driving. They're taking us to the beach, and that song came on, and I was like, wait, what's happening right now? This song's amazing, and yeah. So,
it tripped me out when I went to Hawaii that like all the radio stations are nothing but like reggae.
Yeah, shout out to Hawaii for having the only mainstream, like, what's it called? iHeartMedia station that's actually like island reggae, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And California reggae too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll let me be on their radio.
They'll be begging you soon.
I think Balls is giving you shit about your blunt rolling skills.
Oh, dude.
Come
on.
No, don't come over. We have people over.
We can stand 6 feet away.
Oh, I miss you guys.
I just ripped the blunt.
Man, only Balls got that. He called you out. Look at him. We need a live. We need a live from him showing us in the skills in the lab. But so okay, we talked about your EP. We got a couple more songs maybe left to write. I think we came up with one after that Green show. We went to Pizza My Heart, which, oh man, that sounds amazing right now. At downtown Santa Cruz.
We started working on one.
That was
we were talking it was something about like catching flights and feelings or something like that. Like, but we definitely need to make that a real song.
Yeah, I got the melody.
Yeah, we do. You and I need to have a songwriting session because there's just a lot of like things that we've been together through, I feel like, in our lives that we could really make a good song.
Yeah, for sure.
There needs to be a song about the mansion for sure.
Shout out to Emerald Cup.
I mean, Emerald Cup, like you've known me for like what, 10 years?
No, we just realized
11,
14, 13, 14.
What?
Or 12, at least 12.
What year did you graduate?
09.
So yeah, do the math on that. What year is it?
Okay, so then 11.
Yeah, but we met when I was 17. We met my junior year of high school, or maybe my senior.
When you did, because you performed with Dominic, and I was performing with Erica. Mom's thing. Yeah, we do that later.
Take a mobile.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
So
it didn't come out so bad, Balls. It didn't come out that bad. All right. Nice little,
Sorry, but
that looks good.
Cam's skills are not what they used to be.
Just go.
What up, Mark? So, okay. What I know you've worked with some cool producers in Hawaii. You've got some good ones here in California. What are you really hoping to, like, what's the vibe or the style or the goals of the EP?
Right now is just kind of like what I've got in me. Like I feel like a lot of it is where I am. Of course, reggae is like such a big inspiration and vibe for me. I just feel like it really matches my chillness. So I want to kind of combine that with like, our Bay Area badassness, if you could say,
Hyphy reggae, like.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Like I just want to all to be honest. Like I don't want to just do reggae. I want to do EM. Like I want to do freaking pop, whatever. Like I want to do R&B.
Have you heard the Purple Disco remix of Dua Lipa? What is it called? Don't Show Up or Don't Go Out or what's that song called? Oh, I'll
Yeah.
send it to you.
Don't
That
stop.
bass line is so dirty. Oh my god! As soon as I heard it, I was like, well,
Yeah.
restarted it again.
Yeah, but the EP will, you know, be more reggae. Will be for sure more reggae. With, you know, maybe a couple songs that have a little bit different sound. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't wanna put myself in a box. I don't want to just be a genre. I really want to do it all. I want to do Spanish. I want to do, like, freaking Maoli does country covers and they're amazing at it. Like, I want to, like, let's record a cover, like, you know, and make our own spin on it.
I like it better than the original. It's really good.
Yeah.
And they do that really good Bonnie Raitt song too.
Yeah, I recently heard like a Polly, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber cover, and I was like, wow, this is the shit. So
don't you think it's funny knowing obviously a lot of Polynesians and Micronesians, like how they're like the biggest, scariest, like mountain, like built like a freaking, you know, tree trunk type guys, but then have the softest singing voices. And like it makes no sense. You see this big old linebacker with like a ukulele, voice of an angel, but he'll kill you also on the football field or the rugby field. It's like, it's a contradiction, but somehow it works.
It works out. It does.
Oh, it's crazy. So, okay, let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other tracks that we should talk about. Talk about some of the artists that, like, who is some of your favorite artists growing up that inspired you, and then who are some right now that are killing it right now that you're really into?
Okay, killing it right now. I'm into I'm into a Rise Roots. You heard of Rise Roots?
Yeah, of course. I'm the one that tagged you in that so that you could do the merch for them that time.
I know. You got the intro between me and Kareem, and that was really cool. He's so nice.
Yeah, they're dope. I love that track they do with Hyrie.
I know. Can you cool me down?
Can you cool me down tonight? Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. I've been listening. Well, you know, I've been listening to a lot of like hip hop right now. Is what I like, R&B hip hop. So I'm listening to a lot of like Smino and oh God, babe, who else?
You like Tori?
Lots of people.
You know, it's actually a good song.
Yeah.
You know, it's I want to say it's Meek Mill and Jeremiah. Yeah, I'll send you the link. But there's some good, there's definitely some good crossover. I like hip hop as long as it has a good beat and as long as, you know, the lyric, like that time that we got to go to that show. Remember, it was like a free show at the Capitol, and it was like Common and J. Cole and like Guapale, and I mean, that was ridiculous. I was like, what? I was in Salinas, and I think you texted me the flyer, and I was like, when is this? You're like, tonight. And I was like, I'm there. And whatever I was doing, I just drove up to Sacramento real quick, like 3 hours, and then drove back that night. It was awesome.
Yeah, hands epic concert, free concert ever. Common, J. Cole. What was the, oh gosh, what's that singer's name? I love her song.
Guapale.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
When she sings the
yeah, like let me see.
We can walk it out. I don't know if that's her name. When you're broken down and tired. No?
Let me see.
Living life
this one. Can you hear that?
My drink, right? That's her?
Yeah.
I love this song.
90s R&B.
It's on Spotify.
Anyway, yeah, so she was the opener, and then J. Cole, and then Common. And it was like ridiculous lineup. And it was free, and it was right there in the Capitol, right there on Kate Street. Like, you just,
yeah.
Oh, man, that was cool.
That was a memory.
That was cool. I know one of the first shows that we did together, I don't know if we talked about it on the live yet, but we did when we opened for Melissa and with Drea. Um, and that was awesome at Planet. I still love going back and checking out that video. And then when I was on tour, I was thinking you snuck on the bus when we stopped in Sacramento. Remember, all the guys were like, "Who's this?" Like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
I know. Andra Day. Yeah, Estrella, thank you. Andra Day. That's her name.
Andra Day. I don't remember her.
Well, look her up, okay?
Rise Up. Andra Day, Rise
Rise
Up. Okay, let's check it out.
Probably the most like inspirational song of our generation.
Okay.
I said it.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, back to Stick Figure. That was fun. I like. Amazing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Was that from the movie, the movie about Selma?
I don't know.
I think it might have
No.
been. Anyway. Because Common was doing the whole the prison reform, social justice campaign thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
advocating for that.
I think a friend of mine is her manager. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what's crazy? A guy, what's his name? A guy that went to CSUMB. They used to be like a kind of a promoter in the CSUMB scene. He was a student, and then he was the director. I want to say Josh. He was the director of the Black Box Cabaret. I don't know if you ever went to shows there, but there's a little like venue that they had at CSUMB, and he is her manager. That's how I first found out about her. Because, that was Josh. I can't think of his last name right now at the top of my head, but
He was her manager. Amazing.
He's like, I don't know if he's her
amazing.
manager or he's her tour manager, but yeah, how random that her tour manager or manager is from Cal State Monterey Bay. Isn't that crazy?
Right?
Small world.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
So who are some artists that you talking about who you like right now? Who are some artists that you would like to collaborate when you're ready to do your full album?
You're putting me on the spot. I know in our other interview that we didn't post, I really want to collaborate with Stick Figure because I think they have a cool sound. I think we could make something like really groovy, like not the ordinary style.
Yeah.
Protege.
Yeah, both are dope. Yep.
Zion I was my original all-time, like, I want to collaborate with Zion I. Like, they're so dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I saw them at Cali Roots for the first time, I was like, who's this? Every time I went hiking in Monterey, like, Sobrani's, like, Zion I, like, all their albums was, like, my playlist.
Nice.
And I was like, wow, dope. I love that they're, like, Bay Area,
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that would be cool.
I kicked myself because I don't know where I was, but they did a live recording at Catalyst for one of their albums. Their last album was live at the Catalyst, and it was like on vinyl. And whoever went there that night got like an autographed vinyl of the show. I was like, I was out of the state or something, but I was really sad to miss that show. They're actually the reason. I have a friend, Hannah, that I work with at Cali Roots, and she was in the early days of Northern Nights. And so in like year 1 or 2, I want to say year 1 of Northern Nights, I actually drove Zion I from the Bay Area to Northern Nights all the way up in Humboldt. And I was like helping to make sure they got from their hotel to the show. And they just rocked it. And at that time, Zion I was like a group. But really, Zumi is the main MC, and then the producer is the same guy that's working with Amplive, the same guy that's working with Eric on Unified Highway. You know Eric from Revolution, his side project? So his partner in that was the original partner in Zion I. Anyway, so we're driving with both guys. But what's funny is both Amplive and Zumi are both probably 6'4", 6'5". And so we had this little like Honda Civic that we had driven up from Oakland to Humboldt, and I was taking them. Yeah. And Zumi's wife was pregnant at the time. So imagine like I'm driving, poor pregnant lady, and these 6'5" guys like in this little Honda Civic in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. And then we're like, where are we going? We go to this back like festival, and it's in the middle of nowhere in the woods, and get them on stage, and they just killed it. It was so awesome. It was like, it was more of an electronic festival, but they came in and they just killed it because their beats are kind of unique. But yeah, they're one of my favorite groups too. Okay.
Yeah.
Protege, Stick
I feel
Figure,
like
Dinah. I think we can make that happen.
I feel like I have yet to meet the people I really like want to collaborate, or who want to collaborate with me, you know, like just waiting to kind of meet those people. We'll see. I would to sing with a female.
Who are some of your favorite female artists like that are out there right now? Not so much in the mainstream, but more in the underground.
Oh.
Okay, mainstream.
Well,
go ahead.
Kyrie, of
awesome.
course.
Were you gonna say
She's
Ariana
amazing.
Grande?
I don't want to sound too creepy, but I think that we would be really good friends. You know, like I think her and I would be like.
It's not creepy. You guys would be good friends. She's awesome. Trisha's awesome. Her husband Jamie is awesome. Shout out to the Hyrie crew. Yeah, they're great.
Look forward to that day. Yeah. I don't really know. I don't really know.
Awesome. All right. Well, we could go on and on forever. I don't want Instagram to shut us down again. I don't want to press our luck. No. We tried quite a bit throughout the day, so I appreciate you sticking with me. I appreciate you being persistent. Let's leave on a couple things. One, whenever this travel ban gets lifted, can't wait for you to come home to California so we can finish the EP and do some tours. And
I did.
This guy said play some great Ariana Grande during karaoke. Oh, must be from Sacramento.
Yeah, Drea's 30th birthday party. She had like superstar karaoke, and I dressed up as Ariana Grande, of course.
Is that what you did before the Tennelle show, right? Or
oh my God, the night before.
Yeah,
legit. I went to Ben's 30th birthday party the night before the Tennelle show. Yeah, I did.
And still pulled it off.
Ben, you were supposed to be my Mac Miller, but that didn't work out. Drea ended up being my.
Oh, calling out. Well, I got to say, you killed it at the Tennelle show. And I was super, shout out to Tennelle because she was super, she embraced us and she had nothing but good things to say about you. And she was super dope. And it's always cool to see artists that like, they remember their start and they're willing to reach out and be cool and give back and all that stuff. Drea said, she said, I rapped the Mac Miller part. Cool. Oh, now you can see the comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You showed up. She showed up.
That whole crew actually can get down. Like even yelling out on the mic is pretty good. Like you guys have a pretty good squad when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Solid.
And yeah, you can't go to karaoke bars in LA because it's like literally American Idol contestants and you're just like, this isn't even fun. Like, and the line is like ridiculous of people that are trying to get on, so it's just like, it's pointless.
Yeah, no, we go to dive bars. We go to dive bars and shock the world.
Remember when we were in Hawaii and the guy who swears he invented the puka shell? Remember the captain?
How could I forget? I was so drunk. I got so drunk that night because that guy was like, "Drinks on me," and I was like, "Drinks on you, buddy." And we drank a lot. That was
funny. Oh, I still have video of that. I think I'm maybe gonna bust out a Throwback Thursday. And you know what? You don't even need throwback. It doesn't matter anymore. Quarantine has everyone in the twilight zone. So who knows what day or what time it is? Like, is time real? I don't know. Here we are. You're in Hawaii. Right? It's yesterday. And I'm in California.
It's 9 p.m.
Oh shit! It's midnight here in California. Wow. Well,
yeah.
We haven't been talking for that long because we keep getting interrupted. But all right. So as soon as we can, we're gonna get in the studio and finish the EP, and we're gonna do a California tour. So be looking for that, everybody. We're gonna be next level with some of the video content as well. So let's end with that song. Two things. One, is there anything you would like to say to everybody? And two, can you end on that Russ cover?
Yes. One, I love you all. Thank you for coming to our live. This has been really fun. It's just been like hanging out with my friends. I can't wait to
do ratchet things with my friends.
Grow with you. Yeah, I can't wait to grow with you and see you all out there. Yeah, I'm super excited. And 2, I learned a cover of Russ for y'all. I wrote my own little verse to it too. So.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. Can you hear that?
Yep.
I love you too, baby. It's been way too long since I saw you, looked you in your eyes, run around the town and staying out, don't wanna say goodbye. Everything's so different now, you're just what I'm missing now, but I know that I can have you back, I guess I'm tripping now. Sometimes I start missing you, crazy, ain't nothing quite like you. Love like this keeps going and going, I cannot forget you. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. Got no fire, and you know I bring rain, but I wanted to show you that I still smile through the pain. It's not so simple anymore, and looking back it was just a game. Let's take it deep down to the core. My love for you remains the same, 'cause sometimes I start missing you, crazy, ain't nothing quite like you. And love like this keeps going and going, I cannot forget you. Yeah, oh, 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 oh. I wanna hear you say, oh, 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 oh.
Awesome. Great job. Love you, Nate. Thanks for your time. Stay safe, okay?
Love you.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right.